Got this running me, curly yellow dancing on me. Said she smelled a grin on me, and she straight from California. Freaky, yeah, she wanna be. Tell me she like.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Sekien. No Inganock. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Settle down. It has been a hot minute. My last recording session was back in I think you can see it here. Freaking October of 2024. That was my last Sekien no Inganock recording session. But we are back in here. So that's like what, a year and a half? Oh my god. That's a year and a half. Wow, that's crazy. Listen, it's been a while, but my memory's still fresh. And I think you'll be surprised at how much I remember about what happened. You know, I'm still kind of invested in this visual novel. I want to finish it. I really want to know what's going on. There's a lot of mysteries. Absolutely. You know, I gotta add this to the visual novel, I guess, collection that I've read. And to be honest, I'm kind of thinking of doing Danganronpa fan games. I think there's Super Danganronpa. I mean, that's a discussion for another time. But you know, for various reasons, I had to switch over to PC. As I said before, well, as you've seen before last episode, for some reason, the VNDS port is only ported up to a certain section. At least that's what it seems like. It's only ported up to a certain choice. And then from there, I don't think there's anything else. But also, I don't really have a functioning 3DS capture card right now. And honestly, I'm kind of hard-pressed to have one because my loopy one died on me. And I tried to get another one, and the same thing happened to it. It died in the span of a week. So there's some kind of short going on within my 3DS, I assume, that's causing the capture card, I guess, voltage regulator to short. I mean, that's what it looks like. And I tried to install an optimized capture card, which is really, holy hell, that's a process. But it's so finicky, it's ridiculous. Luckily I didn't damage my system, but holy hell, getting the capture card to work properly is, whoo, for an optimized board. If you're gonna get a capture card, don't go for optimized. That's all I'm gonna say, unless you have no other choice. But anyway, I think it's time we continue. So last time, Guy was confronting basically this grown man trapped into a kid's body. And I think he was going Super Saiyan or something. So just give me a sec. We are going to start this very soon. I just had to sneeze right quick. Alright. Chapter 6. Oh yeah, we actually get to see the names for the chapters. Yeah, the PC version is going to have a lot higher quality, I'd say. In terms of just the sprites. And I guess quality of life, right? I do notice that it's a lot more finicky on the inner voices, and you have to do the inner voices in a certain order. It's really annoying, so that's gonna be a process. Now that I think about, now that I think about it, maybe I had to do the inner voices in a certain way on VNDS. I don't know. I still think it wasn't ported all the way. Maybe I'm wrong, but we're on the PC version now. I don't have a capture card. It's not like I can go back. Hey, I still have the save, though. I still have that save, but I don't have the capture card. That is loud. That is very, very loud. I got my controller hooked up via Steam input, so I can just lay back, relax. Oh shit. Alright, well, we already went through the other options here. Holy hell, it's loud. Only thing to do now is hold out my hand. Same old dance. Guy understands. What the hell? Yo, is it me or is the music overbearing on the voices right now? Hold up. Where's the options? Where's the options? Oh, escape? Yeah. Let me just turn that down just a tad bit. I think that's good. Guy held out his hand toward the shadow rising up behind the boy. I can't read that. A steel-colored hand. What the hell? Perhaps... What? What is going on? What's going on with this text? It's a weird font. Guy's right hand. The right hand of steel. I never heard this song. Tears through the void. Covered in a steel helmet. Persona! This is not Persona. A single light shining sharply. This is not Shin Megami Tensei. I've never heard this music. What the hell? Kikai. That's right. I will shit! No, he's not gonna shit. What the fuck am I talking about? He silently extended his right hand forward. What the fuck? Wait, I can't read this. He also extended his steel right hand forward as if tracing a path. It moves. Yes, this thing moves. It actually moves as I will it. Nothing was wrong with his vision. There was no clown. Instead, he knew that there was a fantastic shadow behind him. I remember that stupid clown. He extended his steel arm and saw the same things as him. The boy's Kikai floating in the air. That which brought about beautiful things for people. Even without activating his equation, he could see it. He wiped out the strain scattered across his nerves. He and Guy glared at the warp steel's core. My right hand. It directs the steel hand as if it were my own. This isn't the phenomenon equation, however, somehow it feels real. There was something that he at his back could do. There was something that he and Guy needed to do. What must I do with this hand? I know, the same thing as before. Don't get in my way! I need to take this seriously. With Guy standing in his way, the boy screamed twice. Black mist hung over the rising Kikai surroundings. He could certainly see the power which scattered so many things. Guy's right eye had already captured everything about the Kikai, flexing its tentacles. The power's name was the pain tormenting this heart. The mist, the destructive power, gushed out of his tentacles. Neither flesh nor steel could touch it without self-destructing. Holy hell. The shadow's tentacles rose up. Their targets were Guy and him! Him? My Kikai? Tentacles wrapped in a power that urges self-destruction. So fast, my eyes can't follow them. Mortal bodies could hardly hope to dodge them, except perhaps for a few kill soldiers. With their sharply honed nervous reflexes, the cats, that's right, or heavy-engined humans with nerve reconstruction. But even if they managed to dodge the tentacles, the power filling that space would have made their entire bodies self-destruct. And yet, he was alive. Guy still lived. Ooh, this looks a lot cleaner. He stood there without even a scratch. In the very air, the mist and tentacles had shattered. Too slow. Oh my god. I will protect Nana. My Kikai won't lose. Oh my god. He always says that. He glared at the screaming boy with his right eye. The mist diffused from the shadow into the surroundings. A destructive power which could even erode creatures. And yet, he was alive. Guy still hadn't died. He probably would have died if this had happened not too long ago, but right now, the steel him was protecting Guy. He wouldn't die, not yet. He focused his mind into the glaring right eye. Can I move this cursor? Oh my god. His right eye saw all the rampant shadow. Ooh, what is this? Twilight menu hyptographs? What do you call them? What do you call those that Egyptian language? Hieroglyphs? Those freaking Twilight Princess hieroglyphs? Did I say Twilight menu? All Kikai are indestructible. Physical destruction is impossible. In the case of Ku, the means of destruction is severing the thread to its host. However, the boy's body is already at its limit. The memories brought to him by Crow are destroying the boy's nerves. The Kikai? Is that the Kikai's name? Crow? I can't place any more strain on his nerves. The sole means of destruction is simultaneous pressurization at all locations. Why is he aura forming right now? The boy's Kikai Crow, a tenacious body of steel that wouldn't receive any physical damage. Therefore, humans couldn't possibly kill it. The sole means of destruction was severing the thread. That slender thread connecting humans to those fantastic shadows. If he took that away, the Kikai would disappear. No longer would anyone stand behind the boy. But that would hurt the boy. The burden on his nerves brought about by the fantastic shadow was increasing. It would destroy the boy's brain. Guy and him at his back could see everything in a screaming boy. Simultaneous pressurization at all locations. Only that would instantly erase the strain on the boy. However, blades and bullets wouldn't work on a Kikai's body. Therefore, humans absolutely cannot save this boy. However... Ooh! Yo, he kinda... My right eye sees! As if coupled with my right hand. Alright, Fortian, you got it. Arceus! Thou art all, and thou art I. Holy ellipsis. Damn, okay. Why are you fisting me? This is goofy. I'm not used to these sound effects because I don't know if the VNDS port had these. Shattering to dust, blowing away. What the fuck? Who's that? Atkins' hands covered in steel. These enormous forms destroy even beasts. The iron hands of a fairy tale king. His right hand was steel summoned from an open steel chest. Together with matter at ultra high densities, it assailed Crow's body, destroying the Kikai in an instant. The Kikai was overwhelmed and destroyed by the high density matter before we even have a chance to scream. Oh my god. Every part of Crow's body was shattered into particles. The remnants of that tremendous beating were left behind. As if blown apart, the vacant monorail station shook. Ooh, this music! It's been a while. I got some water. What's going on with the text? He lost that which stood at his back. The boy lost consciousness and collapsed on the spot, and apparently started spitting out hieroglyphics. What the hell? The boy with one body and two voices. The young boy who'd been on the verge of death. His brain had almost been eaten away by the strain his Kikai had brought about. Holy shit. Only the brain could not be understood by the phenomenon equation. Without the eyes of him at his back, Guy might have let this boy go. Just for that moment, I didn't feel any lies in his words. The boy had called Magdal his wife. That's right! Just now, Guy had figured out why. Oh my god, high resolution Guy! I'm not used to this. Hey, low-key, I don't blame Addie. Oh, he kinda cute, low-key.
あなたはヨハネ
Who? Oh, yeah. Magdal's wife. Yeah. Johan. It took you that long to figure out? The figure of the boy, fallen on the ground. It looked to Guy like the man in the seal cut. The one Magdal had bashfully shown him. A robust giant. A fantastic mutant man with kind eyes. That figure overlapped the small boy's body. Like an illusion, it fell down and faded away. He faded away along with the Kikai crow. It collapsed, turned to dust, and finally vanished.
死者は
Low-key, I don't even blame Addie for riding his dick, though. Key, I love your dick, I love it. Oh my god. I missed Addie, too. I need to see her in high resolution, man. I missed Addie's fine ass.
記憶を機械に乗せて戻ってきた
Addie, where are you at? She saw everything? Oh, Magdal. As she fell to her knees, she'd somehow managed to get away from the unfamiliar woman trying to capture her? What? Now she couldn't make a sound. She'd run so far, using all of her speed as a few kill. Addie! Addie! When Addie had seriously tried to hold her down. Oh, I missed you, baby. Magdal clawed her arm and ran away? What? Yo, Magdal, are you zooted out of your mind right now? She's probably doing more of those drugs. Desperately, all this way, with all her strength. He was waiting. Johan was waiting for her at the monorail station. She believed that as she held her breath and ran. Oh, no, this is... Okay. Wait, Addie? Wait, was Addie going for you? Wait, hold up, bro. Is there like a backlog? Yeah, there is. Oh, Magdal clawed her arm. Okay, Magdal struggled. Why was Addie holding her down? Oh, probably because Guy told her. Okay, probably. I think Guy probably told Addie to hold Magdal down. She believed that as she held her breath and ran. The woman had chased her with frightening agility, but somehow she managed to mix in with the throng in infinitely crowded street. Funding all the way to the monorail station. I can see the station from this back alley. And then she saw it. Magdal laid eyes upon it. She definitely saw the form of Johan disappearing. After being shattered into pieces by giant fists, Magdal clearly saw it. That sensation as if the air was grinding. She'd felt it from her husband when he was alive. But now those fists pummeled him. All of which had composed Johan simply vanished. He's dead?! Oh my god, was Johan in the persona? Or the Kikai? Almost as if he'd never been there, not a single particle left. She is going through it. Oh my god. Addie, please hold her down. But please don't get hurt. She staggered weakly, but still stood. Then she looked up to find a single darkness. Who was it? It was a silhouette. She could see a black form. Magdal recognized it. That man's shadow. The man closer to death than anyone else. Johan? Wow, no. You're fucked. Oh my god. Oh shit. I kind of want to get rid of the text box. There we go. Oh my... He is menacing, bro. Why is he so angry? What is up with this guy? I remember him cussing Guy out. Like, what the hell? Are you good? He slid up from the back alley's darkness. Magdal didn't recognize his face, but she recognized the presence surrounding him. Her husband's and son's remains held it as well. She could see a black shadow behind the man. It reminded her of him at Johan's back.
この俺とこの鎌を呼び寄せたのはお前だ。因果ノックにある限り誰にも幸福など訪れない。
What the fuck? Oh, you were after her. That's right.
今こそ安らかなる死の吐息に抱かれよ。
This guy is just evil for no reason. He's just evil to be evil. He's like Jack and his gang from Breaking Bad or some shit.
そうなの。そういうことか。夫は死んだ。あの子も死んだ。倒れたの。あれはきっと私の子。二人ともまた死んだ。なら、
What the hell?
そうだったわね。私にはまだ
She is waiting for the sweet embrace of death right now.
私が待っていたのはきっと
Oh my god, that's crazy. Is this guy the Reaper?
私をそこへ連れ
Is that the Reaper?
もう私はここでは生きていけない。
願いは聞き入れられる。お前は都市から解放
This
され
guy's
るだ
way too happy to grant her wish.
いや
She said yes, she said yes. Like, oh my god. With an easy death. Yeah, she's fucking cooked.
私はまぶたを閉じ引っ越し先は誰
Not even you is saving you.
さようなら。
You just gave yourself up.
これでまた会えるわ。
Whoa.
さようなら。
Sayonara.
私の愛したすべて。
Damn. She really is dead. Magdoll disappeared from the opium den. No missing persons report was filled at city management. Damn. Holy shit. Was that the first time we couldn't save someone? That might have been the first time. Only applications from registered family members would be accepted. That was management's answer to Yemen. Magdoll disappeared, but even now, her name tag remained in the opium den. Kirkan's face and words still stuck in Guy's mind. Kirkan. Who's Kirkan? Kirkan. Is that my persona guy? Did her disappearance mean she died? Is that my persona guy? Wait, who's Kirkan? I forget, bro. No, I think I'm getting it mixed up with Kikai. I don't remember who Kirkan is. Had his blade taken Magdoll's life? Oh. Kirkan is... That must be Kirkan. The evil-ass motherfucker. Had she given up on something? The woman the boy had tried to protect. Had she been killed?
はい。じゃあこれで書類も全部かなっと。引き渡し書と市民一条預かりの証明書ね。
Addie, you look fucking beautiful. Can I just take you out right quick? Like, just forget about all this bum-ass shit that's going on right now and we can just go to, like, a fucking McDonald's or something? Oh my god, you look beautiful. Alright, that should be all the documents, extradition papers, and the citizen adoption certificate.
君も忘れ物はない？よしは。
Joshua, who that? Oh! Oh, that's so cute! Look at his expression.
持てる荷物は全部持っていかないと損だよ。ま、これからいろいろもらうだろうけどさ。
Oh my god, so... I think the kid's body got left behind. Like... The spouse. The spouse who was originally controlling the boy? I forget his name. I think he's dead. He's gone. He's up in heaven. And... This seems to be a little boy. Like, in terms of their consciousness. You better bring all the belongings you can carry. You get a lot more afterward.
ありがとう。お姉ちゃん、あとおじちゃんも。
Oh my god, how many kids are we adopting? How many people are gonna be at our house?
おじちゃんだってさ、ギーおじさん。
Oh my god, Addie, can we just make more baby? Oh my god, I need more babies. I need more babies with you. Can be half human breed, half cat breed. Mixed babies, mixed babies. Yes, sir. Absolutely. I need those mixed babies. Oh my god. Oh, I'm trying to take care of her kitty. I'm talking about both ways, both ways. The boy, Joshua, was laughing. His expression seemed strange. Don't worry about us. Don't worry about us. Go play somewhere else. His expression seemed strange now that it no longer held any malicious intent. This must have been what the boy originally looked like. The boy who collapsed. The search request Guy had made of Stanislaw. I remember Stanislaw. Oh, what's up, my brother? He learned that the boy had lost his mother. And one other thing, he was an orphan who ran away from his foster mother. Guy understood that man's memories had mixed with the boy's, with those of the Kikai manifesting behind him. What the hell? Oh my... Addie, you're so pretty. Oh my god. Indeed, indeed. The cracking doku. That sounds so fucking clean. See ya, Joshua. Oh, okay, he's going. He's being adopted with someone else. Bye bye.
Sayonara, Yoshia-kun.
Sayonara. The young boy waved his hand and ran down the corridor. What a nice kid. He actually doesn't piss me off like the other kids in this game. Short boy's legs, not that fast. His foster mother could be seen in the center of the city's skyscraper corridor. An old lady with a calm face. She didn't look like the type who'd abuse him. Even so, he'd probably be forced to perform excessive labor. In order to keep the old lady from being executed by city law, that boy would have to perform 2 persons worth of economic activity. Holy. That was how the city worked. There was no foster parents who'd taken a child out of love. Damn. Even so, the boy was smiling. He left management's foster parent re-registration desk. He was holding his foster mother's hand. Yeah, there's something going on. There's something weird going on, Addie. I don't... We gotta figure that out. I think that might have something to do... I think there's like a big overarching plot twist that's going on, or just something we're missing, right? Like some like Zero Escape... Oh no, I can't spoil. I can't be spoiling other games, right? But like... There must be like a misunderstanding or something I'm missing here. So there's definitely something I'm missing, but it's going to be explained to us. So his personality suddenly changed. He started screaming about his family or wife or whatever, and ran out of his foster mother's house. Was that really something the phenomenon equation could heal? Ugh, I got hiccups. Addie poked her head with her fingers. She looked up at Guy as she asked. Guy just doesn't care. He's like, oh my god, it's fine. Let me just do my job. I just want to go home. I just want to help people. Be a doctor.
世にも珍しい機械付きのおとぎ話。そもそも機械が珍しいけどさ。死んだ機械使いの魂がその機械に残ったまま。
Okay. In it, a dead Kikai user's soul remained in his Kikai. Okay.
次の機械使いに乗り移るんだって。そういうおとぎ話。
Does Kia have a Kikai? Hold on. A dead Kikai user's soul remained in his Kikai and was transferred to the next Kikai user.
でもおとぎ話だよね。
Oh, hold on. How does this pertain to Kia? Hold on. I don't know. Because Kia is so different from everyone. Kia is so different. Like, she's like a... She in herself is like a phenomenon. So could Kia have inherited Akikai's personality from like a different like fucking universe or something, like a whole different universe, like a whole different planet, or I guess a city, maybe a city that's isolated from what is it, Sekien? Is that what the city is called? No, Inganock, sorry, Inganock. So what if Kia inherited a personality from a Kikai user who did not reside in Inganock? I don't know, but... Oh my god, I don't know. She just gazed at the boy walking away, waving with one hand and holding the old ladies in the other. After a while, she spoke again.
もし一番大切な人を失ったら
Damn, I never seen her look like that before.
どう思うんだろう。死にたいとか消えたいとか思うのかな。
Bro, Gi, give her a hug, Gi.
アムネロールに手を出して。
No, Addie.
僕が止めるよ。君にドラッグは似合わない。
You're not gonna stop her. I think she's talking about you.
うん。
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe? Their relationship is really complicated. I don't it's like a situationship. As she waved to the boy disappearing down the corridor, Addie whispered softly, so that Guy couldn't hear her. Softly, softly. No, she... Oh, Addie. Addie, I'll be okay, baby. That's a chapter. But I don't care. We're still going. We're still going. Oh, she kind of sexy. She kind of bad, though. She kind of bad, though. To the next talk. Is that... okay. This is such a weird visual novel. I never seen... Let me tell you this. I never read such a weird visual novel. This is one of a kind. I'll tell you that. Like, the setting... Oh my god, the setting is so one of a kind. I've never seen it. But I love it. I love the environment. I love the setting. Right? I love the setting. It's amazing. I don't show anyone my weakness.
どんな時でも自分が何者かを忘れない。下級貴族たちの羨望の眼差しの前で、社交界のお礼に身を浸している時でも、いつでもそう。
Hold on, is this green hair girl?
私は伯爵の娘。
Who the hell?
センケンネルの名が私の背中にかかる。どんな
Sentinel?
ミスも許されない。私の言動すべてがいつも試される。都市支配層である上層貴族の中にあって、センケンネル伯爵の名前はあまりに大きい。だから私は弱みを見せない。都市運営を円滑に進めるための優秀な頭脳、上位貴族らしき品格を指し示す言動と教養、それが私のすべて。故に私にはあらゆる力が与えられる。都市運営を左右する権力も隅々にまで力を及ぼす財も。そうして私は生きてきた。そうして私は育てられた。私は知らないのだ。だから私は何もできないの。
Let's save right quick. Sorry, I'm gonna save.
巨大都市論も貧困法制な言動も意味がない。1シリングの価値もない。私は誰にも弱みを見せない。だから誰も私を助けてくれない。誰も彼を助けてくれない。私が何よりも大切に思っている彼を、セケンネルの名に一切関わらない彼を誰一人助けてくれない。どうすればいいのかさえ教えてくれない。誰も私に与えてくれない。だから誰かお願い、助けて。彼のために何ができるのか教えて。
She's suffering. I guess that's the next client we have. Oh my god, this shit again. What's gonna happen? Pay attention, bro. Is it gonna be the same shit? Same old spiel? The sound of a clock. The sound of a clock. Is it time? Is it time? It continues to call. This infinite staircase. The second hand moves. It stops, pointing right at 0 o'clock, midnight. It is a pocket watch of white silver. It is a pocket watch carried by one man. The golden spiral staircase, towering into the darkness. The man standing at the foot of it is none other than the silver watch's owner. So this happens every time at midnight? With his master in the corner of his eye, continuing to climb the golden spiral staircase, the man continues to gaze at the watch, motionless. The man continues to gaze at the watch and speaks. Like a chrome-built, machine-wound doll in an inorganic voice. He's talking to the king, or prince, I think? I don't know.
青年は勝利の塔を登る。我が主、これより収穫に入ります。
The harvest.
彼はあなたの望みを叶える逸材たるか。主、あなたの望んだ時が来た。助けは来ない。収穫の時は未だ妨害されたことがない。我らの生贄はどの程度にも使う。せめていいや、
What? Oh, it's you again. At least, okay, how long will our sacrifice hold out? At least 1 minute, no 2 minutes. Oh. The old cat said he didn't need any help. He said it had meaning only because he did it alone. Even so, Kia tried to assist the old cat. The boy told him it was probably alright. He nonchalantly touched her shoulder. It might have been the first time he'd ever touched Kia's body. Children! Children! Oh my god, you pedo ass! As he thought about that, the old cat roared at the edge of his vision. Oh my... And I'm supposed to take him seriously? Dekai! Look at my eyes! I love it! I love it! Yo, he is busting right now. He is creaming his pants. Oh, I'm about to fucking bust. Oh, come here, come here, come here. Oh my god, man. Hentai. Oh, Mies, what's up, bro? I remember you. The heck is that?
これは見事だ。缶詰くんが釣れてしまった。これは見事に経年劣化した金属の缶詰。
Wow, so cool. Why? Of course the can of food doesn't talk. Why is there a dialogue box for it? Bro, what are we doing here?
おお、まだ水に親しんでいたいのかね。では
This guy's high right now. He's on that ganja.
リリース。
Ain't no way. Release. Let's go, Mies.
いいや、付き合わなくても。
残念。今日の釣りは調子が悪いようじゃ。今度はちゃんと釣らねばにゃ。
Yeah. A small aqueduct near crowded street. Old teacher Iru was casting his fishing pole, as always. Old teacher Iru caught nothing good, as always. This was the 5th time the boy had spectated. He was much younger the first time he saw it. He got excited along with Iru back then. Now it wasn't any fun at all. It was much more fun to go to an illegal dance hall on an infinitely crowded street and party all night long. All the girls and boys his age felt the same way, although everyone enjoyed watching the old teachers fishing at least once. Is this the... what? Who? Old teachers casting his fishing pole. This was the 5th time the boy had spectated? What, me? Mies? Who's... what? Who are we talking about? I think he's talking about Mies. I think that's his name, right? Mies? Mies? What? Wait, hold on. Now, no one saw it as fun. They preferred alcohol and drugs. Yeah, they're drinking the pain away. This girl was different. The boy looked at Kia out the corner of his eye. He tried acting like he was having fun, the way he did the first time. Mies likes to party? Oh shit! He can catch anything without using any bait. Yeah.
糸を垂らすだけで何かが掴んでくるものさ。
なぜ？
溺れたくないからだよ。いや、
そうなの？
そうじゃよ。
お魚も？
魚類であっても、
缶詰も？
鋼鉄であっても、誰もがここから出たいと思っているんだよ。
そうなの。私、魔法の糸なのかと思っていたわ。
It's so weird seeing Kia in high quality.
魔法の糸でもある。
そうなの？
What? I missed that. Wait, hold on. That's also why he's lying. He's lying his ass off. Mies! I can see every single detail on you now. What the hell? You look clean as a bitch, bro. Look at that. His little toucan. He look clean. He look clean. I mean, to be fair, she might not even be a kid, like mentally. Like, because the whole Kikai thing, right? The whole Kikai theory we have going on. Oh my god, you are so down bad, bro. You're gonna corrupt her, take her to some parties, get her drinking, fucking ruin her. Oh nah. Little Kia was more grown up than any of his friends. There was only one thing he didn't like. The lone man who looked their way even now. The traveling doctor, Guy. To the boy, he was just a stupid man who continued to throw his talent in the aqueduct instead of making money. Why do you care? He remembered his parents' words. All citizens below the 7th class were impoverished, foolish beings. Yeah, this society's fucked up. That's why I love the setting so much. It's so... Can you call that dystopian? I guess so, yeah. Now that made sense to him. The man named Gi definitely was poor and foolish. But this girl had nothing to do with that.
立派なレディーだし。何？
何の話？ああ、そうだよ。君はレディーだ。
Oh no.
本当に？
Oh no.
本当だよ。なあ、カラス。
Look at his crow. It's so big.
そうかしら。
Yo, that could eat me alive. She showed him a soft smile. Neither his parents nor his friends had a face like that. Kia? That's confirming my theory, Kia. Are you a dude? He couldn't help but find it blinding. The boy thought about the sun said to shine on the other side of the gray sky. He was sure it'd feel a lot like this.
そろそろ時間
Kia, bust out your Kikai! Yes sir, yes sir! I'm onto Kia's case, man! He's calling you?
ノース様、釣りを見せてくれて。
Kia, you are not hiding from me! I'm on your case! I know everything about you! She's such a fucking mystery. She's like the common denominator mystery in all this.
ごきげんよう。ミース君もまたね。
Hell yeah!
またね。
See, Mies is cool, but he kind of folds low-key. He kind of folds to girls. I don't know. He's
怪我も病気もしないでね。じゃあまた。
he's about to fucking. Kia rushed towards the traveling doctor, leaving the boy with an exceptionally bright smile. Something vexed him. Something saddened him. Why was she with that man? Bro, it's not that deep, bro. Why was Kia so happy living with a man who couldn't even take care of himself? Damn. While watching them leave, the boy sighed to himself because Gi is selfless. He's selfless. That's the common denominator, bro.
感情はわし
I love saying that word, common denominator. It makes me sound smart, I'm not gonna lie.
ミス君には無限の若さが溢れている羨ましい
You shut your ass up. I'm old, you're young, I'm old. Like, go relive your youth.
笑えるとでも言いたいんですか？
ああそうだとても君は微笑ましくわしの瞳に映る好きなのだね
I knew it, I knew it. He about to beat his meat when he gets home.
一目惚れだよ。
Whoa. My voice, even if it doesn't reach you now. Where the hell is this? Is this the, aristocrats? Oh shit, we're back in hell, boys. Infinitely crowded street. The 12th Metropolitan monorail station on the 7th tier. Look, bro, they look so clean together. Are you serious? Gi, you look a bit too skinny though. You gotta be eating a bit more. Gi stood on the station waiting for the monorail. It wasn't the station closest to his apartment, but it was the closest direct line to where he was going. Kia stood by his side, her smile still not wearing thin. He could tell without looking at her face. The small hand he held was warmer than usual. Today's workplace was different. She must have been looking forward to it. She seemed to be in a rather good mood.
楽しい場所ではないけど
It's not a fun place.
水を差すことも
Yeah.
それに特別嫌な場所でもない
Frankly, Gi didn't feel one way or the other about the place. The places we're going to today. The upper tier. A direct line to the upper tier staircase. From there, they transitioned to an ascending gondola. It had probably been 10 years since Gi last went there to study at the upper tier university. Holy, the city's upper tier. A special ward completely closed off from the lower tiers, where the aristocrats controlling the city lived. It wasn't a place one could go to whenever one wanted. Normally, the upper tier soldiers would immediately execute anyone who intruded above the third upper tier FARC. Trialless execution. Holy. No one in the lower tiers was allowed to go to the upper. The gates to the ascending gondola were locked away. Those who walked up the spirals of the upper tier staircase were met with death at the hands of the upper tier soldiers. No one would climb to the upper tier. That's how it usually is. However...
なんだって
What did you say?
貴族の治療僕が
なんだよその
Oh, it's early.
私が冗談を言うとでも心外だな。そういう悪ふざけはお前さんの先輩特許で私のじゃない。
Early, man. I don't know how I feel about you.
私も詳しい話は知らないがね、馴染みの情報屋が持ってきた話なんだ。なんだってまあお前さんばっかりな。
Early, shut your ass up.
いいのかいエラリー。
何？
話が本当なら乗客中の乗客だ。僕に来るような話じゃないだろう。
まあそりゃね。普段なら私がもらう話だ。例えば仮想の第2層の資産家だって普段から最下層を歩くお前を嫌がる。ふさわしいのはお前さんじゃない。確かにそれはその通りではあるんだがね。
His old friend Early, he was glad the man could talk to him without any modesty. It used to be a bad thing, but nowadays it went a long way for him. Guy shrugged his shoulders. None of the words his old friend spoken were false. Traveling doctors who walked in the lowest tiers were hated. They were unclean, easily catching and spreading highly infectious diseases. Normally, that's what the wealthy think, whether it's true or not.
それでも僕なのかエラリー。
上層とも仮想第1層第2層とも一切のつながりを持たないクラッキング毒をご所望だ。君も多少の顧客は第2層あたりにいるな。それでもつながりなんかないも同然だろ。どうせ流し歩いただけなんだから。
まあね。
そこでお前の出番。金持ちとパイプを維持しないエンジンのクラッキングと。
貴族は苦手だよ。期待に添えるとは思わない。
連中のことが大好きなやつなんてどこにいる。その点じゃお前さんも他も変わらない。せいぜい多くのシリングを稼いできてくれ。もちろん情報屋と私への仲介料だ。
Man, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm sick of his ass. I'm sick of his ass. He needs to go. He needs to go. It was just as he said. He had no difficulty making arrangements to go to the upper tier. The young aristocrat manned Kurtz Hiron Abif. Guy headed to the upper tier in order to heal him. The ascending gondola had received an order to open its gates. Guy was breathing fairly heavily despite himself. The direct line still hadn't come. On weekdays, there weren't that many monorails heading to the upper tier staircase. He'd have to wait a little longer. He could tell he was in a bad mood. He'd never had a good impression of the upper tier. The aristocrats had abandoned the lower tiers. They'd protected only themselves from the chaos, leaving the citizens in the midst of suffering. The phenomenon equation experiment and crack engines, those two technological advances were their saving grace. City management, with authority granted by the upper tier, was busy gathering information for enforcing city law. They never tried to save anyone. Yeah, the city law. A law of death legislated in the name of the Grand Prince that showed the meaning of the aristocrats more than anything. City law, for the stated purpose of maintaining economic activity, countless people in the lower tiers were culled. I heave a sigh. I can't imagine myself healing an aristocrat.
どうしたの？顔がいつもより良くない。
It's resentment, man.
いつもと変わらないよ。大丈夫。すまないね。楽しい気分に邪魔してしまった。
いいのそんなこと。あなたの具合の方が心配だもの。どこか痛いの？無理はしないで。
大丈夫。
That's right. He hadn't been considerate enough. He'd let her see him sigh. Kia was tilting her head uneasily as she looked up at Gi. He opened his mouth and chose his words
上層
carefully.
は好きになれなくてね。少し気が重いだけさ。
Honest. He's being very honest. I like it.
貴族様のことが嫌いなの？
どうかな。好きではないだろう。
そう。
So, the events that caused kind of like this chaos of Inganock were all those creatures and those monsters were unleashed onto the city. I think that was a decade ago, 10 years ago, I think, from my recollection. I'm trying to remember. I think it was 10 years ago. As he said that, he thought, were those really my own words? He despised those who brought about city law, but in regards to the upper tier as a whole, how did they feel about the city law? What did they understand about the lower tiers? As individual humans, what did they think? Scorning the aristocrats would come after he found those answers. Guy wouldn't judge people by such distinctions. There were kind... I don't know how to say that. And brutal, foul days after all. Until he could exchange words with them, at least until then, he wouldn't think about it. Just like most of the people filling the city, he really didn't like them.
貴族様。
Yep, aristocrats. It was a place deep below the city. The foundation of the lowest tier. Close to the central pillar. Very, very deep underground. Underneath the enormous city of Inganock. Constructed atop a salt lake. Buried under artificial soil. An infinite darkness that no one in the city dared to approach. A place where only one man went. There was no violent dragon there. No fairy tale dragons. In the present city, they spoke of it with terror. They said that the greatest of the creatures slept underground, and that only one man went down there. Oh yeah, the digger! One madman, digging holes. Underneath the city's lower tiers, in the infinite darkness that no one dared to approach. Only one man held no fear of it. He touched an insanity close to darkness itself. His name was Randolph. My boy Randolph. The insane Randolph, the man who within the darkness held up a shining lantern powered by a small steam engine. I remember you. Within the darkness that everyone feared, it was said that Randolph continued digging indifferently. Every day, every day, every day. Holy high quality Randolph.
それで輝きは消えている。それでこそ我が魂。憎むべき銀の鍵は現在でも国王さまよって門はどこかと問いかけ。私は哀れ、本日も穴を掘る、穴を掘るとも。今夜はだいぶ奥まで来た。柔らかい土。
He always said tonight, whether it was morning or midday or night. There certainly was no morning or midday there, since the sky was always covered in gray. However, there was a curtain of darkness that fell at night. Even after the city's countless streetlights turned on, one could easily tell it was night. But it couldn't be helped. This man Randolph was insane. He shut his eyes away from many words, as if they were darkness itself.
今夜はどんなようだ。銀の鍵はどこかで沈黙をしているから、私は今日はお前たちに時間を避けるのだ。
Who is he talking to?
子供たち。
He called out toward the darkness, to the same people he conversed with before, namely to the empty darkness itself. No one was there, and yet Randolph spoke. Oh, he's insane, yeah.
暇なのか。何なんだね。今日は何があった。
It's the harvest season. They'll be harvested again, Shiji-san. Was that a definite voice? Or was it an illusion that only he could hear?
外ではもう秋だろうか。子供たち、不思議なことを言う。
Someone will be harvested again. Shiji-san, stop them, Shiji-san.
もう子供たち。
Oh, that's
この前とは同
the
じ。
voices he's hearing.
お茶を言ってはいけない。
Wait, harvested?
私はほら、この通り穴を掘らなくてはいけないんだ。
Excuse me. Wait, no. This has actual basis. This has basis. It's the harvest season. They'll be harvested again. Someone will be harvested again. Ask someone else to be the human sacrifice little children or child. Sacrifice? The scythe?
刈り取りには鎌は必要だ。何かの命を人は狩らねば生きられない。変なことを言うやつだね。愛しい子供たち。お前たちが誰だか知らないんだ。人でないものでここは満ちている。
The man shook the dirt off his shoulders. It'd been produced by countless engines and was blackened by the infinite smog it had absorbed.
嫌な季節が来てしまったものだ。
What the hell is going on? Who's being harvested? Okay, Guy. The city's upper tier. The standard third-class aristocrat ward. The ascending gondola's gates opened, revealing a ward of the city of Inganock's upper tier. Guy quickly chased his memories back to a certain place. Yes, even in the upper tier at the city's peak, the wards were divided by class, just like the lower tiers. But the scenery was completely different from the lower tiers. Rows of mansions with gravitas, telltale hints of greenery. But the biggest difference was its overall appearance. It was almost like a single massive castle. Each and every ward was connected in an enormous structural pattern. No one came to meet them. There weren't any people. It didn't feel like a simple row of houses. It had none of the sounds people made when living or walking about. There wasn't the slightest sense of life here. There was only the dignity of a castle. Guy sighed. His breath turned into white mist, probably because he was at the peak. He could feel the small hand he held. The strength gripping him was delicate.
すごいわ。街の中に木々があるのね。誰もいないけれど。
There certainly wasn't a single person in sight, although technically there was one person standing behind Guy and Kia. One upper-tier soldier who had accompanied them for some time now. He or she had been standing at the base of the upper-tier staircase, at the gates of the ascending gondola. Now stood behind them as a bodyguard. That's a big sword. The upper-tier soldier gazed at them both coercively. A gaze flowed down from its helmet. Its hidden eyes held an inorganic insecurity. When they were in the ascending gondola, Kia had turned around many times to look at the soldier. Then, with the senior, the upper tier filled her vision. Her mouth fell agape, and she became oblivious to the upper tier soldier behind her.
キーヤは上層の人間ではないか。万が一の可能性だとは思っていたけれど、当然か。
Little Kia, whose hands he held. Guy consciously observed her expression. Kia isn't from here, there's no way. She wasn't smiling, her expression hardened. It was different from the tension she displayed while looking at the upper tier soldier. What was she thinking? What was she feeling?
キーねえキー
Yeah?
なんだい？
なぜかしらとても不思議な感じがする
Are we going to get harvested?
街路樹のせいかな。あれは仮想にはないからね。
Plants on the side of the road. No such thing existed in the lower tiers. That would be like throwing precious gems onto the street. Outside of the upper tier staircase parks, greenery was expensive.
上層階段公園からの植樹だそうだよ。公園のものほど緑は濃くないね。
違うのそういうのじゃなくて
人通りがないのは貴族区だからさ。市民はいないからね。
There would have been servants 10 years ago. Guy Hazley remembered that, but nowadays, automatons or automatons took their place, and they walked through underground passages on the street. There were no people to be seen anywhere. The aristocrats themselves never went outside.
エンジン馬車程度はいくらか通るはずだよ。貴族を乗せてね。
違うのキー
Bro, listen to her.
何か変な感じ胸がモヤモヤするの
Yeah, someone's hurting, bro. You gotta help him. She furrowed her brows as if enduring some kind of pain. What was she feeling? What was she thinking? Kia appeared to be having trouble breathing. He couldn't recognize the exact abnormality. Actually, he couldn't even sense pain from her. Even so, Kia's furrowing her brows.
無理はしなくていい。僕もここは苦手だよ。先に戻るかい？ルアハを呼んで迎えに来てもらおう。
いいの大丈夫キー大丈夫少し驚いてしまっただけお仕事の邪魔しないわキー平気だからクルツさんを助けてあげなきゃねドクターギー
Kia says that with an awkward smile. The Kurtz estate, located at the edge of the ward. Compared to other mansions, it felt somewhat inferior, though that was only a relative comparison. Compared to the lower tiers, all the houses were incredibly extravagant. As they passed through the front gate, a carefully maintained courtyard spread out before them. A garden was placed in the space between the gate and the mansion, not fake plants but real greenery. It was different from the gardens of the first and second tier bourgeoisie. The sheer variety of the horticulture, all of it was real. Thick green shrubberies, carefully pruned by an automaton's hands. The sculptures placed around the garden were probably made by artists outside the city, valuable treasures that had existed for 10 years. A garden filled with treasures. It was hard to find imitations or synthetics of entire human bodies. But in the upper tier, these things were completely natural.
ようこそクルツの屋敷へ。あなたが九段のドクター議員ね。
Wow.
連れが
That's a getup, alright. That's an interesting getup.
まさか外れとはね。
ご招待により馳せ参じました。僕はギル。彼女はキーヤと言います。
はじめましてレディドクターの助手を務めています
どうでもいいわ。早く彼に会ってちょうだい。早く直して。ああ、忘れていたわ。作法を心得ない人と話すのは初めてだから、つい忘れてしまっていたわ。
I think you were probably the one crying at the start of the chapter.
私はサラ・センケンネル。彼の友人、代理人よ。
The girl speaks with a fabricated expression. It wasn't Kurtz who'd come to greet them, it was an aristocrat woman by the name of Sarah Sentinel. He could already see several differences between her and the lower tier citizens. Her noble tattoo, her delicate, brightly colored dress. Even her pronunciation of the common allied language was different. Allied language. Kia couldn't take her eyes off the girl's dress, and for good reason, yeah. It was superior to even the custom apparel. The first-tier clothing industries. Specialized hand-picked craftsmen from the lower tiers had sewn that dress together with real silk. Silk threads were produced in one of the few existing silkworm factories, a first-class good never used in synthetics. It was in a league of its own. Kia and Gi could understand its beauty without being told.
お姫様みたい。
Yeah.
お姫様
Holy.
正真正銘のね。彼女は上級貴族だ。
He'd heard her name before. The name Sentinel was known even in lower tiers. Count Sentinel, head of one of the 3 aristocrat families, trusted by the Grand Prince. She must have been a blood relative of
無
his.
駄なおしゃべりをするつもりはない。早く彼
Whoa.
に会って。屋敷
Okay.
の中で彼が待ってる。案内するわ。
We need to know more about the Grand Prince. Escort? This woman would escort us herself? Something felt amiss. Come to think of it, she was greeting them alone. The daughter and successor of Count Sentinel would personally escort them without any of the automatons working in the mansion. It was a strange sensation. If he were to take her words at face value, she would be no different from a lower tier woman asking Gi to heal her husband. Gi followed Sarah's gaze. It fell behind Gi and Kia onto the upper tier soldiers standing outside the gate, waiting for Gi and Kia to return. The upper tier soldier bothers her?
シリ
Why?
ングなら思うがまま払ってあげる。だから早く彼を助けてあげて。
Alright. I love the artwork. The sprites are really good. And it's like a whole different, it's very different seeing them in high resolution. The room was enveloped in a certain fragrance, either herbs or a perfume. They stood in the large bedroom Sarah Sentinel had guided them to. The innermost place of the mansion, they must have been walking through corridors for 10 whole minutes. It was the smallest of the aristocrat mansions in that ward, and yet its sheer vastness confused Gi's senses. A vacant mansion, no humans, not even automatons. Nothing even suggested the presence of other relatives living here, or of any automatons performing housework. In the innermost room was a human, probably the only person living in that
あ
mansion.
りがとう。よくここまでおいでくださいました。
Wow.
はじめまして、ドクター。それに可愛らしいお嬢さんも
He's got a nice getup too.
長旅でお疲れでしょう。どうか座ってくつろいでください。
王子様みたい。
キア、失礼だよ。
ごめんなさい、ミスター。
A prince, huh? It did make sense for her to say that. He certainly was an upper tier aristocrat. From a lower tier citizen's point of view, he truly was a prince. He wore a high quality private robe, inferior to Sarah Sentinel's in many ways. Glasses with real glass lenses, the noble fragrance fit well.
構いませんよ。
Oh!
もっとも、私は王子ではありませんがね。
Yo, I don't give a. He is cute. Oh my god, he is cute.
私はここの主人、クルツヒラム・アビフ。上層貴族の準3級男爵です。
Well, nice to meet you, Daddy. I
お
mean.
呼び立てしてしまい、申し訳ない。ドクター、お嬢さん。
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
サークル2ヒラム・アビフ。第7層巡回医師、ギーです。この子はキア。僕の助手を務めています。
I am calling her my assistant, regardless of the facts. It's convenient for introductions. He'd become used to bringing Kia with him. He'd brought her along here as well, like it was the natural thing to do. Fuha was still in the apartment. It would have been fine to just leave her there. However, Gi brought Kia along. There was barely any difference between today's healing and walking the lower tiers. There was no need to behave any differently. Yes, that was what he told
ご
himself.
きげんよう。はじめ めまして。ミスターサークルツヒラムアビフ。
A good memory.
クルツで結構ですよ。すでにアビフの名はあまり意味を持たない。
何よそれ。意味がないことがあるもんですか。あなたはヒラムアビフ家の当主なのよ。もっと堂々としていなさい。あと無理して起き上がってこないで。わざわざ礼服まで着て何なの？
He looks good.
横になっていても変わらないんだから。
安静にしてろってうちの医者にも言われたでしょ。
Damn.
大きな声を出さないで。
Yeah, he's the one afflicted.
知らない。診察が終わったら呼んで。
So he dressed up even though he's the one afflicted. Sorry, Sarah said that and left the room. She closed the door violently behind her. Kia's eyes were wide open. That certainly was violent for a princess. Sarah, Kurtz. Guy still hadn't heard the nature of their relationship. Why was Count Sentinel's successor in the mansion of a standard third-class aristocrat?
関係ないことだな。
Well, you're saying they're gonna be first class? First class aristocrat? They should be in a first class?
さあクルツ。では診察を始めます。
気が早いですね。もう少しお休みになられては。
クラック使いの診察はごく簡単なものです。まずはあなたの体を見ましょう。あなたの自覚している症状なども一緒に教えていただきます。
Yes, it's best to ask him. I still don't know anything about his symptoms. Neither Early nor the informants had mentioned them. Their request was only to find the cracking dock. No information was available on the actual disease or injury.
では申し訳ありません、お嬢さん。
He's very dignified.
少し部屋を出ていていただけますか。男同士以外では話しにくいことを。
Oh.
でもキアは助手なので。
キア、すまないわ。
Are they gonna kidnap Kia? No, 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 no. That's sketch. That's sketch. I don't like that.
はい、ドクター。
Are they gonna sacrifice her? That'd be crazy. Is she the sacrifice? After hesitating for a while, Kia nodded and did as they said. She went out the same door as Sarah and walked down the corridor, repeatedly worrying about Guy. Worry about yourself! She'd experienced a situation like this before. There were patients who didn't want anyone to know their symptoms. Instead, they chose to keep them a secret with their doctor. Kia left the room and closed the door, soundlessly. The well-kept hinges didn't make a sound. Considering the door's size, it was well made.
失礼ですが、サークルツ。お屋敷に自動人形は見えませんでしたが。
ああ、ええ、お恥ずかしい話ですが、我が家が抱えている自動人形はないのです。屋敷の手入れは主にサラの連れてくる自動人形が行いますから。
テーマ？
あれは私が手入れをしています。ああ、サラには内緒にしてくださいね。
ええ。
He has a nice voice too.
幼馴染なのです、彼女とは。だから。
Oh, I'm so jealous. Oh, I wish I was. Ooh, I wish I was Sarah. Ooh, I wish I was Sarah.
なるほど。いえ。では始めましょう。
Alright, Guy.
気を楽にして。
Oh my god.
クラッキング光が出ます。
So high quality.
はい。始めます。
He activated his cranial organs. His brain worked a phenomenon equation, giving off light. Guy's right eye saw. It began to confirm whether or not Kurt's body was in its normal state.
いかがですか？
ええ。
All joints. Level 3 strain. Muscle tissue, level 2 weakening. Sensory organs, level 1 weakening. The phenomenon equation's right eye passed through his skin and muscles, confirming the state of his internal organs. Abnormalities. With regards to basic homeostasis, numerous abnormalities.
内臓への副作用を認識。
Though different from Magdal's, these definitely were the symptoms of amneral poisoning. Oh. These particular ones were often seen in, with high immunity. Physical exhaustion and extreme damage to internal organs. There was no hysteria, but everything else matched the other cases of amneral poisoning. This one was definitely a severe case.
バカな。上層にドラッグが出回る。都市管理部がそれを許すわけがないのに。そもそも僕以外のクラッキングドッグを呼ぶこともできたはず。なぜこうなるまで放っておいた。なぜ僕なんだ。
Kurt's Hermann Abiff, his body, especially his internal organs, were in a horrific state of affairs. Organs which should have been functioning were performing a number of incorrect operations. Only the heart was moving without any damage. The rest of his body had largely succumbed to organ failure. Even the blood in his veins was impure.
人払いをしましたね。あなたは。
はい。
ご自身の体に関して何かの異常を感じることはありますか。
はい。歩くのも立つのも困難です。口だけはよく回ります。ですが、それ以外はいささか困難だ。
困難か。
That was an understatement. His internal organs were literally dying. It was horrible. Restoration was possible, but potentially lethal. Damn. There was hardly anything to substitute with. He couldn't regenerate all of his organs with just this. Which organs held the highest priority? Which should he regenerate now? Lungs? Liver? Kidneys?
あなたの内臓は損傷しています。数多くの器官が機能低下の状態にある。
は
何か心当たりはあるでしょうか。あなたは薬物を服用されていますか。注射でも。
Amneral.
い。どうでしょう。わかりません。
Oh, it's this guy again. It's Randolph. Alright, Randolph, what you got? Deep underground, where no one's voice could reach, but blah 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 blah.
隠されているものを暴く。穴を掘ることで得られる私の快感はそれだ。必要なのは水平角と黄金三角、そしてこのどんな土をも掘ってみせるスコップ。都市の復活は私に素晴らしい筋力と持久力を与えてくれたありがたいことだ。しかし元の私はとても非力だった。 死の暗がりを恐れていたのだ。ああ、恥ずかしい、恥ずかしい。恥ずかしいのはどうしてか。誰も見ていないのに何が恥ずかしいか。さて、どうだったか。そんなことはどうでもいいこと
That
だ。
was weird.
何なのあなた。
What was that?
ついてこないで。私、子供はあまり好きじゃないの。
Damn. They walked down a long corridor. On the way, they went out to this garden and began walking through it instead. Would they go outside the mansion at this rate? Just after Kia thought that, Sarah spun around and spoke. I don't like children, don't follow me. I'm no child, Kia's I'm an adult. That was what she usually said, but now...
あなたに聞きたいことがあったから。
私に聞いてどうするの？小さな助手さん。医者が必要なのはクルツ。私じゃないし、言うことはないわ。
Kia senses her pain.
あなた、クルツさんのことが
Kia
嫌い？
senses her pain.
関係ないわ。
なぜ？
あなたにも関係のないこと。言っ 階の助手風情が喋りかけないで、ただクルツを直せばいいの。そうすればいくらでもシリングをあげる。黙って彼を直しなさい。そして帰って。
Sarah's words were sharp. However, her expression didn't hold the same intensity. She was used to fabricating her expression. Kia averted her gaze. Sarah's natural expression had changed to one of strong will. That made her feel incredibly sad. Why? Why are you trying so hard to...
あなたは彼のことが大好きなのに、なぜそんな顔をしているの？
なんですって。
Shock began to mix into her expression, just a little.
今、なんと言ったの？
あなたは彼のことが好き。
Yo, I'm so jealous of Sarah, man!
どうして彼に
Oh
笑ってあげな
my
いの？
god.
そんな顔をするの？
あなた、わかるの？私のこと。
Yeah, how can she tell anyway? What's up with
言っ
that?
たことなんかないのに、断言できるの？
わかるわ。
Kia had been watching. Even for that short time, she'd been watching them. Sarah's overpowering voice wasn't what shocked her. I know because I've been watching. I know the strong feeling this princess holds. Kia didn't know what brought about such feelings, but they were easily conveyed to her. The fact that Sarah wished for something, her eyes gazed at him with intense feelings. Oh my god.
あなた、
Oh, this poor girl.
自分以外の誰かを好きになったあなたもあるのね。そうよ。私はクルツのことが好き。
Damn it, man! Me too!
彼のためなら何でもする。
God damn
私たちだって
it!
上層へ呼びつける。何でもするの。私は彼に。
No, it's not gay, it's not gay, it's not gay. I identify as a girl. After a preliminary examination with the phenomenon equation, they decided to take a short break. Kurtz's body was in an extreme state of exhaustion. On top of the organ damage he suffered, he was also losing strength. He couldn't be permitted any long-term exertion. Kia told him to lie down and get some
続
rest.
きは明日にしましょう。あなたの現在最大の幹部を修復します。
できますかドクター？
Oh my, he's so cute. And he took the hat off too. Oh my god, this guy is a prince.
前処しましょう。長期的な回復計画を立てます。あなたの肉体は疲弊しすぎている。
I'm trying to play doctor with him, man!
瞬時には治せない。ですが、不可能ではない。
With consent, with consent.
僕の腕は完璧とは程遠いものだ。ですが、
In game.
全力を尽くしましょう。あなたからの治療依頼です。あなたにも協力いただくことになります。
Specifically, I need him to stop taking Admiral. He needed to set up a rehabilitation program. Since Sarah was managing his mansion, he'd need her help too.
依頼ですか？すみません、ドクター。実は私は依頼をしていません。
今、なんと？
彼女がサラが依頼したのです。私のためを思ってくれて。
そうでしたか。なるほど。フィアンセでいらっしゃる。
まさか私にはもったいない。
No, oh my god.
彼女は先見ネル家の族女です。私とは身分違いですよ。
I don't even know.
ですが、この屋敷を管理しているのは彼女だとあなたは確かにおっしゃいましたね。
Like, what do I even say to that? Man, that hurts. He's way too humble.
僕は構わないと言っているんですがね。それでも彼女は来てくれるのです。毎日来てくれる。無理をしてたとえ短い時間でもああして顔を見せてくれるのです。
She's not forcing herself. Oh, the mute. Oh, just let it play. I don't give a fuck. Let it play. This is my therapy right here. Let it ride. Come on. Oh my god. I missed this. I missed this. Nah, we're gonna keep letting it play. Quiet in the peanut gallery. Oh, I'm so... Yo. I almost fell asleep to that music. Holy... Oh my god. I am kind of getting sleepy, I'm not gonna lie. This music is beautiful.
見て、灰色の空。灰煙混じりの灰色雲に覆われて、太陽の輝きは雲越しにしか降り注がない。誰もこの空をきれいとは言わない。海と同じ。汚染されて元の色を失った空。でもね、クルツは空がきれいだというの。灰色雲に覆われていても、それでも日の光は地上へと降りてくる。わずかでもそれは光に違いないって。
She looked at the sky harshly, similar to how one would glare at someone they hated. Kia approached Sarah and softly took her white, tattooed hand. Oh my god, that's beautiful. I'm glad they let us see everything.
彼とは違う。彼の手はもうずっと震えが止まらない。
You gotta help her, Kia.
こうして握ってあげたいと思うのに、私は。
Oh my god, that is so cute. What the hell?
握ってあげて。彼はきっと喜んでくれる。
そうね。嫌な顔はしないと思う。でも、私はできないの。手を握って何を言えばいいの？何より強く彼の死がわかるのに。
I'm here. I'm here for
どん
you.
な顔をしてればいいのよ。そんなの私は誰にも教わらなかった。
サラ、
あなたが
Man.
あなたはきっと私よりも知ってる。
Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Yo, I might cry.
貴族がずっと昔に捨てたものだわ。
Kia, oh shit, I might cry. Kia glanced down at their joined hands. Hers felt much softer than before. However, it still held clear resentment. Was it toward herself or someone else?
クルツなら少しは違うかもしれない。彼は他の貴族たちとは違うの。全然違う。彼だけよ。私が知る中では彼だけがこの上層以外のことを考えていた。クルツだけが自分のことなんか少しも考えないで仮想の人たちのことをいつも気にしてた。自分たちだけが何の苦もなく豪奢な暮らしを続けているのはおかしいっていつも
Kia doesn't know how unique that is. The education program enacted by the aristocrats the way they cut themselves off from the lower tiers. To the aristocrats, the lower tiers were nothing more than the slave labor. The people living in the lower tiers were nothing but production units. They'd never had the chance to learn otherwise. At least for the past 10 years, the upper and lower tiers knew nothing about each other. The aristocrats knew nothing about the lower tiers, unless they used the legal means to make contact with them.
無茶をしていたんだと思う。仮想の情報書庫に接触したりして。若い貴族たちを集めて会を開いていたわ。勉強会と言っていたけれど、上申書がいくつも作られて、何度も何度も代行者に送って。でも、私のお父様も代行者もクルツの言葉に耳を貸さなかった。上層貴族の委員会は彼を無視した。
I see. So what's going on with the Grand Prince then? What is... Is he good? Is he bad? Like, whose side is he on?
何も返答はなかったわ。勉強会に参加した貴族たちは離れて。それからすぐのことだった。
She squeezed Kia's hand firmly. It hurt a little. Some of Sarah's emotions leaked through their joined hands, so it was resentment. Anger towards someone, towards something huge, including herself.
倒れてこうなってしまったのは勉強会が解散したすぐ後。何をしたっていうの？
The hell happened?
他のどんな貴族もあんな病気にかからない。彼だけが。
Did they plot on his downfall?
誰かのために何かをしようとした彼だけが。どうして？
Did they get his ass? The feds? Injected him with Radical 6? The drops fell onto their joined hands, not rain but tears. Kia didn't look up at Sarah's face. She didn't need to see it to know what it looked like. A small drop fell to the ground, just one. Oh my god, she's so fucking worried.
私にできるすべてをしたよ。でもダメ。私は何もできやしない。彼は毎日口にするの。死んだ後のこと。この庭園を私にくれるって。これしかもう残ったものはないから。
She felt something through her hand. Something beyond words, something from within Sarah.
嬉しくない。こんなものいくつもらったって。彼がいないここ。
Don't make... No, stop, man. I can't read this. Read it yourself. I don't give a... Dude. Oh my god, bro. Don't make me feel things, man. The voice acting is too good.
Ko no te ni nigirareru mono wa ougon no stop. そして輝ける彼方の空からのランタンと私の持つ穴を掘る勇気だけなわけだが、足りないものが足りない。何？足りないものは他の誰かが持っている。一人で求めようとしても意味がない。さてどうだったか。そんなことはどうでもいいこと。
The hell are you talking about? What is... Bro. What is he... He's talking about a heart? He's missing a heart? Like, what are you talking about? Alright, 8 p.m. He's back. Or... No, he's gonna sleep? They finished eating. Guy had been led to a room, much like Kurtz's, and was now looking through the glass window at the upper tier. It was a quiet district filled with more silence than any place in the lower tiers, pardon me. Even the upper tier staircase parks weren't this quiet. The parks at least had signs of life. There were no warp birds or dogs or engine spirits here. The town felt particularly or practically uninhabited, which was very appropriate in his opinion since the Kurtz estate held only one resident. There was barely anything left of the Abif house. Once he died, this mansion really would be uninhabited. Guy could just tell by looking at the place. He said his parents had both passed away. He was the last of the Abifs.
滅びる貴族か。
Those words left his lips. His voice merely echoed in the empty room. Kia had gone out alone. After saying she wanted to explore the mansion, she was alone now. Normally he'd never allow it. Nowhere in the lower tiers could that girl walk alone. However, there was no danger up here. There shouldn't be. The only time a creature ever manifested in the upper tier was during the festival 10 years ago. Or, sorry, the revival 10 years ago. That's right, it was called the revival. And it was 10 years ago. It was a decade ago. And the record said that one was successfully subjugated. The few records of creature subjugation, one of them was in the upper tier. This place was better protected than anywhere else in the city. No monsters ever appeared here. It's been said that even engine spirits were unheard of. Nothing but a rumor that the dragon was hiding in the city's core, an enormous pillar penetrating from the great underground engines to the upper tier. But that dragon should never fly again. This ward was safe because it was protected by safety mechanisms and upper tier soldiers. And because there's no one here...
何？一人で窓なんか見て。そんなにガラス窓が珍しいかしら？
ええ。ここまで透明度の高いものをね。
She had not. The hair of the sentinel house had walked into Guy's assigned room like it was nothing. He'd heard her footsteps coming. She hadn't tried to hide them. Guy turned around and looked at her. He looked with the lingering phenomenon equation in his right eye. A change in body temperature. Traces of assorted mental excitement. Unchanged since dinner. Something had happened when she talked to Kia.
お屋敷の中を歩くとクルツ氏の許可を得ています。
そう。迷子にならないといいわね。
見取り図をいただいています。大丈夫でしょう。
そう。遅くなったら迎えに行ってあげて。迷子になるとかわいそうだから。
Aw, she cares about her. She's worried about her. He looked at Sarah's face, expecting to see the same expression as before.
あの子は仮想に置いておくのは忍びない。
もったいないお言葉です、レディーサラ。
そんな風に言わないで。私はあなたを信じることにした。
Yeah, Guy has some resentment.
はい。
The face.
私
Trust me.
はあなたのことを警戒していたわ。でもやめることにした。私はあの子と話したからあなたを信じる。それにもう私には他に何の当てもない。
Sarah made the request. She thought it would help me.
僕は僕の仕事をするだけですよ。そう依頼されている。
彼を助けて。
そうするつもりです、レディ。
彼を死なせないで。
死なせはしない。僕はもうその依頼を受けている。
What if like there's a plot twist where like Guy just lets him die? Yeah, fuck you aristocrats, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. And he just turns evil or some shit. That'd be kind of funny. He looked into her eyes. Within them, nothing was fabricated. A strong, strong will. She wasn't clinging onto someone. She was resolved to fight against something. What magic did Kia use on her? Empathy, bro. The princess's eyes are just...
レディー・センケンネル。僕に二重の依頼は必要ない。彼を今のままの状態にはさせない。すでに僕は依頼を受けている。
Okay. That's beautiful. Look at that's oh my god, that's good art. The skies are clearing like magic. It might be possible to see the real sky. She didn't seriously believe that. Kia looked up at the sky and sighed. The highest place in the city, a ward located even higher than the upper tier staircase parks. She thought that maybe, just maybe, she'd be able to see a night sky even more beautiful than the parks, but the upper tier was no different from the lower tiers. The night sky was no less stained as usual. The gray clouds wouldn't go away.
公園より上なのに。でも空は下にいる時と同じなの。
ええ、そうです。学術的な見解は未だに出ていませんね。ここは上にあるのに空が変わらない。仮想よりも勝っているものはせいぜいが居住環境と食物くらいでしょう。いかがでしたか？上層の料理は口に合いましたか？
はいとても。
I've never seen that expression from her. Actually, I was so tense I don't remember the taste. A royal banquet, as if from a fairy tale. A great many plates had been lined up along the lengthy white dinner table, seemingly without end. This is Kia talking. She was also bothered by the inorganic movements of the automatons setting the table. They reminded her of the fact that she was dining with a real prince and princess. It all made her feel horribly tense. She couldn't remember what she ate or how it
美味
tasted.
しかったです。
嘘はいけませんよ。キ。
はい。本当は味よくわからなくてごめんなさい。
こちらこそ失礼しました。私の気配りが足りなかったのでしょう。それでも私は嬉しかった。お客様を招いて食事をするのは久しぶりだ。
Yo, I am in love with you. Oh my god.
ありがとう。
I want to come for you. The prince smiled. He still felt horribly weak. He was in no condition to walk outside at night. Kia had told him that. And yet he'd come without wearing his robe. Since they were both outside, he'd decide to show her around. Oh yeah, he's standing.
僕にはこの屋敷と庭だけが残されました。委員会にも下級貴族相談会にも僕は顔を出すことができない。だからここを引き継ぐ人は誰もいない。さらに残せればいい、そう思っていた。ですが少し私は希望を持つことにしました。
きっとギーがあなたを治します。彼はお医者様だから。
ええ、あなたのお連れのドクター、彼という人を私は信じることにしました。私が全てを託せるのは今やもうこの都市に彼しかいない。
Entrust everything, he said. Did that simply mean cooperating with the healing? No, there was a will in those words. He meant more than just healing. Or so Kia thought. It was nothing more than a hunch. Kurtz knows something about Guy, that's why he said that.
全てを彼に委ねる。それが私にできる最善のことだ。
I see.
都市の
I see.
すべてわかりません。どうしてキーヤにあなたは言うの？ギーはあなたをきっと救ってくれる。でも都市のことなんてギーには。
どうしてでしょう。あなたに言うべきだと思ったのです。 薄赤色の瞳を持つあなたに、暗がりの恐ろしさを知るはずのあなたに、あなたは知っていますね、僕の見ているものと。
知らないわ。さあ、知りません。
Inner voices? Nope, it's a new day. Alright. Well, I'm tired, man. I'd go. I mean, I'd read more, but like, hey, bro, I'm tired. I'm probably gonna go to sleep. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, thanks for joining me on this nice evening reading Sekien no Inganock. Holy shit, this visual novel is long. I honestly thought like I was close to finishing it, like back when I was playing it. Now, I have a feeling there's a lot more going on here and a lot more to find out. A lot more clients to help. But it's all good. Hey. I still have no idea what the fuck's going on. Akia is still weird. As in, like, her entire existence is weird. That guy is cute as hell. Kurtz is cute as hell. I want to see him again. So, okay, no, but yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna end the episode off here. See you later. Bye. Ah, shit.